Hello, everyone. How are you today, which I greatly appreciate. I appreciate everyone giving me thumbs up and comments. And when you multiple videos of mine, I notice and I take. It's a nice thing to see. So I like interacting with you all. I don't have a team. All of this is just me. Hence, I'd rather do lives than videos. No editing, any of that nature. But in this particular comment, this individual was commiserating with me, kind of indicating that, he has had some success in his real estate investing. Then in his circle of influence, he's tried to share that success to try to help inspire others. And really, that's what, I don't know, hopefully you're seeing on this channel. I'm just trying to take it from friends and family to the world, but really the same goals, right? How can we inspire others? And in this comment, he really highlights that you kind of get two reactions, right? The first reaction is people pushing back, right? Or just wanting to shut down and like they're almost sorry they asked. And then there are others that you talk with in your family that may pick it up, may take steps and move forward. It wasn't said in his comment, but I can tell you that it's probably 90-10, maybe even 95-5. Most people, when they ask, and I've been doing this for 20 years, and I would argue 10 of those years have had somewhat success, right? Proven success, right? The first 10 years, I don't know, maybe I was a small landlord and you could really call yes or no. But I think after 10 years, I think the track record was there. So I would still get dozens of questions a week, hundreds a month, and really the answers are the same. Pretty much everything that's in the book or what we talk about on this channel. And again, either 90 or 95% of them would stop listening half a minute in, maybe 2 minutes in. Two, almost immediately try to change the subject because they got uncomfortable. They feel like they couldn't do something. Or they just shut down in some way, leaving 5 to 10% of people to really dig in and go, wow, is there something I could learn there? So what I want to do is this individual put together a list of 20 excuses. It's actually 2 pages long. I thought we would go through each one, just talk about them, because again, if you can appreciate where you are and you see yourself in maybe one of these excuses, we can take that excuse, crumple it up, and throw it away. There are obviously more, but I thought this list was a solid list, and it's something we could at least talk about. So again, number one, they're just lazy. They've never got educated in finance. Really what is in that is real estate college, taught real estate investing in a trade school, right? Going to get your realtor license, that doesn't teach you real estate investing. We are asked to learn this thing in a context of an already packed day, whether that's work, family, health, rest, church, whatever that is. Some people look at that as just one more thing, and it's like, I'll get to it when I get to it. It's true. I hear it all the time. Number two is they've heard about real estate investing, but they don't believe it. That is so true. That's actually one of the reasons that I struggled to write this. Let me grab it. Sorry. Write this darn book. This is not a how-to book, folks. If you buy this book looking for the magic pixie dust, it's not here. I don't have any magic pixie dust. All I did was document 15 years of real estate investing, the good and the bad, because I wanted you to believe. That entire book, that entire multi-month of writing and editing is simply to create belief. I believe real estate investing, if you got 4 rentals, could change your life. And as my subscriber indicates, people still don't believe. I think more and more people need to give this book away as gifts to family members. Needs to be leave behinds for agents. It is a book written to create belief. But again, 90% of the people don't want to hear it. Number 3, they know there's fraud and they are scared they can determine who is who and they'll lose. Yeah, anytime there's money involved, there's fraud. I mean, if you watch our daily videos, we talk about Wirecard, which is a multi-billion-dollar financial company in Germany that had fraud of $1.9 billion of cash. Yeah, fraud is everywhere. Enron, WorldCom, 2 fraud events that hurt me, let alone Bernie Madoff and all of these other things. Not to mention fraud at a much smaller level. Like, hey, I'm going to lend my sister, my brother, my uncle, my niece, my dad $5,000, and you never get it back, right? There's fraud at many levels. And maybe you don't call that fraud, but you get what I'm saying, right? You give and you expect back, and if it doesn't come back, you remember. So yeah, people, yeah, it's a valid concern. And that's why when you hear me talk about turnkey providers, I tell you to throw the spreadsheet away and evaluate the turnkey provider first. It doesn't matter how good the deal is on paper. If they're a fraud, they're a fraud. It doesn't matter, right? So if you're going to go to a turnkey provider, stop the spreadsheet playing and research the provider. In a world of constant bombardment of information, if somebody's had a bad experience, you'll find it. So realize that fraud is out there. But again, the thing I try to teach everyone in what this course I have is I want you to believe in yourself. I hate the fact that syndicators have been preying on people with money in the bank going, hey, give me 20, give me 50, give me 100 grand. You need to be confident in yourself. You need to do your own research. You need to know the math, people, right? I just did a video today highlighting why multifamily is going to get crushed. We just lowered rents a little bit, increased expenses a little bit, and then increased cap rates a little bit. And the property lost like 40% of its value. That is going to hurt limited partners. And you should have seen it coming, right? Do your own homework. Trust yourself. It is your money after all. What else? Number 4, they have no money to get started, so $10K might as well be $1 million. Yeah. Again, we don't, as a consumers, we do not save a lot of money. This is why a big part of my story for new folks is living below your means, sacrifice, control your expenses. I talk about it all the time. We spent 100% of income and we went to 50%. It's easy to get savings when you're spending 50% of what you make. So challenge yourself. I put together a 75-day hard challenge, and in there is track your expenses. Because most people don't know where it goes. There is no budget. There is no appreciation of money just flitters away. I promise you, if you understand what a need and a want is, and you cut out the wants like we did for 15 years, you could start savings. But most people won't do it. It's sad. Number 5, they are overwhelmed by the rat race, and adding another thing is just too much. Well, I would actually tell you they're not overwhelmed by the rat race. I would say they're comfortable. There are too many people up until February of this year that were comfortable in the rat race. Dude, we had 3.5% unemployment. I promise you, there are a lot less people today as we head into July. Unemployment is, pick a number, 13%. That's a hell of a lot of people not at 3.5% a day for a measly salary. I call it the 40-40 life, working 40 hours, 40 years to live on 40%. I think the rat race is just comfortable. I mean, if you enjoy it and you're happy at the end of the day, who am I to judge? But most of you overwhelmed, I would say comfortable. That's probably the word I would use. Number 6, and again, we're going to 20. Again, 2 pages of notes here. Thank you again. Number 6, they are professionals that are doing well and are happy and on track. So they don't in sales. And there's some good incomes in that profession if you're in the top 10%. And yeah, they don't want to be sidetracked. Me create. I created an image. Actually, my dog C-A or CRAP, cash rich asset poor, and just spell that out. CRAP. I wear it all the workout because I don't want to be cash rich asset poor. And there are plenty of professionals sitting with cash. They're getting no leverage. They're getting no growth. They haven't participated in the stock market rise or recovery. Real estate is sitting there with cash, and that's going to be a problem when inflation kicks up. But yeah, you're number 6. That's why I created that acronym: cash rich asset poor. I see too many friends sitting on cash, not doing anything. Number 7, thought about it, but Robinhood and Webull just seem easier. Oh, dude, you are talking my story here. The day trading is gone. Bonk, I've talked about Pointnoy, Barstool Sports, whatever it is. There are people following him and putting thousands of dollars that they can't afford to lose into trades that are worse than Nevada. The problem is that's the worst part of day trading. And I say this as somebody who did it and talks about it all the time. When you and your first 3 or 4 trades go well, blank, you are going to be, it is not good, because you are eventually going to go all in at the wrong time and get. I think I found an image of David yesterday showing he lost $1 million on Friday. God, he sold his company for $300 million, right? Man, lose $1 million? Crazy, crazy. Awesome. Friends and family scoffed at the idea, so they don't want to rock the boat. Oh, that if you're really going to get into this game, that I meet, if I could see your 5 closest friends, it is, yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly what cash rich asset poor. Get that t-shirt. It's awesome. But anyways, you're going to have to get new friends. If you know who your friends are and they would rather smoke weed, drink beer, watch sports, go to gentlemen's clubs, shop at Louis Vuitton, I don't know what it is. Guess what? You're just going to go along. You've got to get uncomfortable. You need to socialize with folks that want the better future, that want to sacrifice, that want to put in the work. This, I created the 75-day hard challenge for that person. I know there's a lot of people that don't have money, that they can't even afford a book that costs $15. I get it. It's okay. Don't buy it if you can't afford it. But I created the 75-day hard challenge because I wanted something that was 100% free. Go look at the playlist. I go through all 8 steps individually. And in those steps, you're going to change your network. If you're serious, do it. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's hard. I know you've known these people. I got a from Rashawn about the last one. Yeah, I would say for most folks, there's probably a very close family member that doesn't agree. Maybe they were burned in 08, maybe 06, whatever. Yeah, there are some family members that you just have to talk to less because they are going to drain your battery and not be helpful. I'm sorry. It happens. So back to number 9. They are just not able. I'll give you willing. I don't think able. I've interviewed hundreds of people on this channel now. We've done high school dropouts, felons, single moms, single dads, people that started when they were teenagers, people that started when they were 50. So I don't buy the able. If you want it, here's the thing that I believe with investing. If you can find one other person that has your circumstance and they're successful, you got no excuse. Find them. That's why you see me on this channel constantly go out and try to interview more people that are different than me, because I never know when that person's going to speak to you. So having these other experts is awesome. And if you know people that I should interview, make an introduction in the comments below. I would love that. Number 10, the people, basically tenants are going to drive you crazy. Yeah. You hear people talk about tenants, toilets, termites, trouble all the time. It's true. Bad stuff happens. It's people business. That's why I would never self-manage. I never meet my tenants. I don't want to. I don't want to know them. I don't want them to know me. I gladly pay a property manager to be that go-between. Plus, remember, I was the busy professional that was all over the planet. I didn't have time to babysit. I don't want to babysit. Drive me crazy. You could not pay me to be a property manager. I do not want those daily phone calls. So get a property manager. And if you're going to tell me it costs money, great. Get a better deal. Never negative cash flow. Number 11. They realize to exceed it is a hustle and they just rather play video games. What I would say is what I have seen with folks is, like if you watch this channel, maybe you get my book, you're willing to give it a shot for a weekend, maybe a week. But when it doesn't just turn on like a light switch, you're off to something else. So I don't know that it's to play video games. I just think it's people looking for the easy button. It's like that easy button, right? Give me the easy button, right? So they're going to go out and do something for like a weekend. And if it doesn't just change, it's over. Yes, I agree with your accredited investor. Property manager is number one. Oh, without question. Number 12, the spouse will not be on board, so they do not want to rise the divorce rate. Yeah, again, common topic on this channel. Lots of people are in relationships where one side or the other is not on board. And what I would tell you to do is do your homework, do the work, learn your market like I talk about in almost every video. I apologize for the people that have heard it 1,000 times, but it's kind of my thing. And if you learn your market and you look at 317 properties after 90 days and you take this to your husband or your wife and go, hey, look at property 123 Main Street. It's better than 314 out of the 317 properties. Let me show you why. I promise they're going to get their attention. But if you come out on a Friday after going to an event and say, we're going to go drive for houses on Saturday and write an offer Sunday, they should laugh at you. That's stupid. That is risky and dumb. So yeah, it's a real deal. The spouse needs to be on board, and I've just told you how to do it. Learn your market. Number 13, they figure they'll inherit enough eventually, so retirement savings is not a priority. I guess that's out there. I've never heard that one. I don't know. I'm sure it's out there. Nobody I know has that coming. I guess I know a couple people, but yeah, I'm sure it's out there, but I've not heard that one. Number 14, they never had a dream and they can't dream now. Oh, how sad and how true is that? How many of us are just existing? That's so true. And they don't want to get uncomfortable and dream big because they just can't, right? They just can't. Again, that's why I wrote the book, is to create belief. As you'll read in the book, I started from nothing. And I just started moving forward, one rental at a time. The book, if it creates belief, I'm glad I wrote it. That's why it's there. They think it's, at whatever age, it's too late. I get that a lot, actually. I do get that. I do get that a lot. And I would tell you it's never too late. Actually, I shouldn't say never. If you're in your 90s, probably too late. Probably too late. Do something else. Real estate investing is, don't buy your first rental when you're 90. Okay? But if you're under 90, hey ho, let's go, right? Let's have a plan. Let's put the debt structure in place. Let's make sure you have a will and a trust and all those things so that if the unfortunate thing happens, you can go. Yeah. Yep. So number 16, the math is daunting. They're not close to being able to use a spreadsheet. Yeah, real estate investing, a lot of the quote unquote gurus out there, they throw vocabulary around like you're a PhD. And I'm convinced most of them do it to confuse you. They want you to pay them money. And that's really the disgusting side of this real estate game. But the math is not hard. The math is not hard. One of the things that you see if you do get my $199 course is I break down the same spreadsheet I use today. And we go through every cell. It is basic subtraction, addition, and a little bit of division. That's it. I can compare a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house with a 20-unit apartment building. And I use those two examples because I do that every day. I don't talk about what I don't do, right? I never bought a 100-unit apartment building, for example. Number 17, almost done. They have zero interest in construction, and since they are not handy, they think the project will turn to crap. I would actually tell you the reverse of that is usually true. Most people think they have a great design eye. And if they do get into a project, that design eye comes out and then they end up losing money because they designed it for their taste and not for a rental or the average market. So I would tell you more people think they have it, but don't. Actually, I can't think of anybody that really talked about construction. Everybody talks about design, staging, paint colors, granite, floor. Come on. I mean, if you've ever, I show you all this stuff we're doing. My floor and paint color is the same. My tile, the only thing that's usually different in mine is the layout of the kitchen. And that's not my choice. It was what was already there. Yeah, so I'm not sure I agree with the construction side. 18, they know contractors suck from their experience, so they don't want more of that. I would actually tell you, again, my experience here is most people think contractors are going to rip them off. So if that's what you meant by suck, then yeah, I agree. I think most people do not trust contractors, especially if they're far away, like out of state, no boots on the ground, stuff like that. So that's my experience with contractors. 19, personal experience showed them that banks suck, so why deal with it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, banks come and go. Banks are tough, right? Banks ask all the hard questions. They want all the details. They're never seemingly done asking questions. So yeah, not a lot of people want to sign up to have those conversations every day. And number 20, the real estate agents seem incompetent from buying a home, so why deal with it? Again, on this channel, I would tell you that most people feel the real estate agents are not investor friendly. So they don't know where to go, right? They call one, they want to write a lowball offer. The agent says, go away, you're bothering me. And they just don't know where to go. I promise you, in any real estate market, there are hundreds, if not thousands of agents. Pick up the phone and call a different one. Heck, call the listing agent if worst comes to worst. I would tell you that most people aren't putting in enough effort. Again, I want to remind you about the 75-day hard challenge. If you've made it this far and you're a new real estate investor and you haven't bought a rental yet, go look at the playlist called 75-Day Hard and test yourself. See if you can do it. And then I guess there was a 21. What did I write here? So yeah, the last one, kind of a bonus one, is, does talking real estate investing help? Should we do it? Well, here's the deal. As I've said early on, talking about real estate investing with folks has a very poor hit rate. 9 in 10 are going to blow you off or walk away. But if you can just help 1 in 10 people, shoot 1 in 20 people, you should feel good with that. You and I both have had good success in real estate investing, and we want to make everybody come this way. It's just not practical. It's just not practical. You know, there's a lot of reasons that we just went through for people to struggle and not believe or don't want to or can't or whatever. Just keep talking. Never stop talking about real estate. I know you're feeling a little bit of frustration, but keep doing it. It's worth it. If you can just help 1 in 10, you're crushing it. You will have such a positive impact going forward. So that's my 20 excuses, what I think of them. Thank you again for interacting with me. Remember to hit those thumbs up buttons, smash the like button. You can always leave questions or comments. I do read them. I'm the only person on this channel that looks at all of them. So if you want to interact with me, please do it. And also remember, if you're a new real estate investor and you maybe got my book or you've written down a bunch of questions, I'm okay doing a Zoom call with you. But remember, if you're going to get a half hour of my time, I have to be able to record it and post it so we can try to help other people. Okay? Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and we will talk to you tomorrow morning about 7:30. Bye.